Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Bryce. Today is Sunday, June 9th, and this morning, it's about 9 a.m. I'm going over to Aiden's to help them put up hay. Ooh, hay, not hay, hay. So Aiden had a neighbor that sadly passed away, I don't know, probably 3-4 months ago, and he had cattle, so he put up hay as well. So Aiden's family is putting up hay for his wife and her cattle, and so they're putting up their hay plus the neighbor's hay. So the neighbor had a full lineup of equipment as well: a mower, a tedder, a rake, a baler. So they're kind of utilizing all the equipment to get the hay up. It's been kind of a struggle. We've gotten a lot of rain here in the last month. It's been really hard to find a window. But they got most of it knocked down, I believe. And I told Aiden I wasn't working today, and he asked if I wanted to come run a rotary rake. And I was like, hell yeah. So we're just about there, and we'll see what we got to do. All right, it is 9:30 now, and I'm out here in a John Deere 7700 with a Kuhn rotary rake, and I got the baler coming right behind me. I've never ran a rotary rake before, and I just did my first headland, and it's pretty fun to watch, pretty simple to use. It's honestly, it's just a rake, but yeah, the baler is right on me, so I gotta keep up and keep them straight. So, Aiden's out here in a 4240 loader tractor loading up the bales, and then Eli, his younger brother, is in the 8520, and they just got both wagons full, so they're each going to hook up, pull them home, and then Adam's at home, their dad, and he's going to be wrapping. And Mackenzie's out here now, and she's recording. So, and then their grandpa, obviously, Jim, he's in the baler. So, see what we can get accomplished today. I know they got a lot of hay down, so, and then Mackenzie's got to leave here shortly because they're chopping hay at home, and when she gets the tractor open, she's got to go jump in that. So this 7700 here, this rotary rake, is not Rucker's. This is the guy I told you earlier that passed away. So they're making hay for his wife. She still has horses at home, I believe, and so yeah, they're putting up all of his hay. And they also wanted to try out this rotary rake his to see if they're interested in buying it. So that's the story on that. There goes Aiden with another load of bales, and I'm at the next field. So the stuff I was just raking, that stuff had been tedded. This stuff is just windrowed, so we'll have to see if it makes a difference. I noticed on the tedded stuff, and like Adam told me, it leaves a little bit more than you'd want, and we actually adjusted it so it was down lower so it'd get it all, but it was still leaving stuff. So he said he hadn't tried it on windrowed stuff, so well, see if we can go a little bit faster and if it'll do a better job. I can already tell it is doing a better job. I was only able to go 5.5 with the tedded stuff, and I'm doing 7 right now easy, and it's doing a good job picking it right up. So, like I said, this field wasn't tedded, and for those that don't know what tedding is, that's going in after the mower, and it spreads the windrow out flat across the field, just like where I was at. So this wasn't tedded, and I can tell that it is extremely wetter than what I was just on. So I pulled into the field, started raking, and the baler pulled in behind me. He made 3 bales, and he turned around and left. So I assume, I haven't been told anything. I'm going to continue raking here, but I assume we're just going to let this sit here. I'm turning it over, and you can tell where the wet stuff is. It was on the bottom, and it's shiny. I'm bringing that wet stuff up to the top, so that is going to definitely help it dry. So I'm assuming we're probably just going to let this sit for a couple hours. We got a little breeze here. It's nice and sunny, and then we can come back in and bale this a little later. Here now. I'm up kind of right behind my place on the strips here. I think I'm on the last strip. Jim is 1 strip down with the baler, and Aiden and Eli are here with the wagon, so they're keeping right up as well. I think the only thing left to bale is the wet stuff that I raked earlier. As far as I know, I'll have to call and see what we have after this, but I'll let you know. Well, just got the phone call. I got some more to do, but I haven't eaten anything all day, and since my house is right there, I'm gonna run up the road and make a sandwich, get a bag of chips or something, because I'm starting to get hungry. Well, I just made 3 sandwiches here, got a bag full of chips and drinks. We're ready for the rest of the day. Here comes Eli. Here comes Aiden. Alright, so I'm up here at this next field here, and it is a long one. Holy smokes. I just started another round, and you can see all the way down. This will be a fun one. There's a lot of hay here too. Still going here, and there must be something dead over here. Got bald eagles and a whole bunch of vultures. I don't know what it, maybe they unfortunately hit a fawn or something when they were mowing. I don't know, but they've hung around this whole time. Have to see what it is when we get over there. Alright, so I'm on my last pass for the long rows here. It's always a good feeling when you go all the way to the back of the field, and then you have just enough width to get in. You don't need to go back, but we're all done back here, so now we just gotta do the short rows right up here. I just got to the spot back there where all those eagles and vultures were, and it was unfortunately a fawn. It happens when you're cutting hay. Their instinct is to just drop and hide when they get scared, but that doesn't really do well when you got a mower coming at you. I lifted the rake up though to go over it. I'm sure they didn't want that in a bale, so the birds will take care of it. A couple days ago when Aiden was out cutting hay, he actually sent me a video. He caught a fawn and threw it in the woods so he could finish cutting the field, and well, they ran back into the field. So you try to help them out, but you know, they're kind of dumb. Well, Jim caught back up to me. He just went and baled the stuff that was a little wet here this morning, and now he's out here. I have never round baled before, but this is definitely a field I would not want to learn on. Look at the hills in here. You gotta really be strategic on where you dump your bale. Jim is pretty seasoned at round baling. He knows how to do it, but even this morning on our first field, there was a hill and he opened the gate. The bale went right into the trees and he went chasing after it, but had gotten to the woods first. Thankfully, he didn't get too far into the woods, but when I passed him again, he was laughing and asked if I got a video of it. I didn't, but that would have been a good one. All right, here we are, last pass. Then we're gonna fold her up and take her back to the farm. So to fold this up, you gotta pull these ropes, except I gotta use both my hands here. So you gotta pull on these ropes here to pull the locks up. Then you, whoa! And then you fold it up, and then you release the ropes, and those arms go down to lock it in place so they can't unfold. So make sure our ropes aren't gonna get tangled up. Come here. Shut the window. We're out of here. Here we are at the bale unloading station. This has been your job all day today, huh?
Yep, sitting here and load them up.
Load them up and haul them in.
Yep.
How many bales are we gonna have today?
A couple hundred.
Wow.
We had 130 some yesterday.
Make the hay while the sun shines.
Yeah, that's enough for a couple days.
So for those of you that don't know what a John Deere 4240 interior looks like, here's your controls. So you want to show them how you have to operate this. So I've also ran one of these at the dairy I worked at, loading bales. You need 2 more arms to run this.
5 arms.
So this is how, these are your gear shifters right here. So you shift forward and reverse with here, and then you run the loader controls with here.
These 2 boom up, and then this is the bucket tilt forward and back. So usually do something like this.
And then you use your foot to...
Yeah.
Alright, so now I'm going to go join the hauling crew. I'm going to take Aiden's pickup down to the neighbors and grab another wagon, bring it back up here, make sure the tires got air in them, hook it onto the 4010 and join the group. So we'll see you when we get back to the farm with the wagon. Tires pumped up, got a sweatshirt in a warm mellow yellow. We're ready to go. got 6 bales, let's go. We made it. First load. This is load number 3 for me. Head back to the farm. It's 8:30 here now. Aiden's putting on the last bale, and this is my 5th and gonna be my final load. I'm ready to be done. It's really cooled off, and I got shorts on, and you know I've worked enough for my Sunday today, so I'm gonna go home and enjoy the rest of the evening. Got her parked. These are the 2 rigs I drove all day. Time to go home now.